You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
An overnight rescue mission is now turning to recovery in Baltimore. 6 construction workers are still missing after that bridge collapsed yesterday.
And new information coming in this morning. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest from Key Bridge in Baltimore.
Good morning. Yes, we are just down from where you should be able to see Key Bridge, but it has, of course, fallen into the Patapsco River. Those stunning images that you just can't get used to as many times as you might see them. We are expecting that what was an urgent search and rescue mission is going to be shifting to a recovery mission that could be underway at any point. This morning, we were originally told that it would start again around 6 a.m. our time. And so that is really a promise that Maryland Governor Wes Moore said he has made to the families of the 6 still missing construction workers. They were out on the bridge on a normal overnight shift, filling potholes when it collapsed from under them. What had been this full-scale promise to find them alive then shifted to a promise to do everything possible to bring the families closure. We do know 2 of their co-workers were pulled from the water safely, and that is a bright spot, along with the fact that we've now learned that just before the massive cargo ship collided with that support, causing the Key Bridge to tumble into the river, that crew members on the cargo ship sent a signal out to the land to alert them that they had lost power and propulsion and were concerned that exactly this could happen. There was just enough time for first responders on land then to shut down the Key Bridge on either end. The last car crossed about 30 seconds before the bridge collapsed, so this could have been a whole lot worse. Back to you.
Incredible new information, Alice. Thank you. 6:49 now. Happening right now, protesters are chained to a crane high above Midtown, a crowd growing below related to the construction of the future Atlanta Public Safety Training Center.
Ariana Maniz is live on the ground for us in Midtown. Ariana, we know this project has critics from far and wide here, what they call Cop City. They don't want it to be built. What is happening with this latest protest this morning?
Good morning, Aisha and Cheryl. We're live on 10th Street in between Howe Mill Drive Northwest and Northside Drive Northwest, where 2 people, they're still chained halfway up this crane. They are where you see that yellow banner flying, which reads "Drop Cop City." Now, Atlanta police, they are here on the scene. They have this area taped off. A few rows around this construction site are also blocked off. Mainly Edgehill Drive and Bellingrath Avenue, they're currently closed. Protesters against the Atlanta Public Safety Training Center, they are targeting construction work sites, Brassfield and Goree across the city. That's the lead contractor of the Atlanta Public Safety Training Center. Now, this is the 3rd time this year we've seen protesters against the site carry out similar protests, once in January, the 2nd earlier this month, blocking off a crane located on Peachtree. Now, this situation is still developing. You see Atlanta police, they're here. Atlanta Fire, they're also here assessing this situation, managing road closures. It's still unclear when and how the 2 protesters will be removed from this crane. We'll continue to follow this story as it develops. Reporting in Midtown, I'm Ariana Maniz. Back to you.
Ariana, thank you. Police say protesters have been targeting construction sites tied to the training facility. You can head online to 11alive.com for our in-depth coverage on earlier protests this year and what's going on with that training center. 6:51 now. That was a look at your Wednesday headlines. Chesley, we're going to get some sunshine to burn off this fog?
Yeah, we will get the sunshine in this afternoon, and it's going to spark those pollen counts again. Yesterday was high, despite the rain that we had, extremely high. As a matter of fact, we were in the 3,000 count yesterday. The day before that, we were in the 4,000 count, so it came down just a little bit. May come down again today before going back up, because we're going to see those temperatures really start to soar, and of course that's going to cause that tree pollen to really start to explode out there. Mold on the high side as well. Grass and weeds low. Look at the rain. It's off to the east of us, continuing to push over toward the east. Not going to be headed our way at all today. A couple thunderstorms was severe a little bit further down to the south earlier. We still have some cluster of thunderstorms around, headed toward the Augusta area, and we'll continue to head into South Carolina, Columbia going through it this morning. We do have the fog in place in some spots. In fact, it's dense in some spots. You got 0 visibility right now in parts of Canton, 1 mile visibility over toward Gainesville. Getting a little bit better down here to the south. Thomaston now at 2, Peachtree City at 10, which is excellent. 3 miles visibility in parts of Atlanta as we speak. That dense fog advisory will last until 10 a.m. for some of our western counties here. We got Polk and Paulding County. You got Heard County, Haralson County, Carroll County and Douglas County, all under this dense fog advisory until 10 a.m. We're expecting that fog to lift. We'll get the sunshine back in here, looking good for this afternoon as well. Temperatures starting off mild thanks to the cloud cover that we have in the 50s just about everywhere you look. Your what to wear forecast calls for, I'm going to say a light sweater to start, but then long sleeves maybe for this afternoon. If you get a little warmer, you can just roll those sleeves right on up. 73 for your afternoon high temperature with our winds on the light side, about 10 miles per hour or less for today. High pressure is building in behind another front that's going to push through our area. Got a stationary boundary over us right now. That's separating the dry air and the moist air, as you can see. To the east is where you're going to find that wet weather. In fact, that's where the severe weather will be. You notice along the eastern seaboard is where we have that level 1 threat, and along our coast as well. That's a marginal risk for severe weather. The 0 threat from Macon eastward, that's where we're expecting to see the showers, which we have this morning, and a few of those thunderstorms around. We'll see the skies clear out by this afternoon, looking good, but the clouds will come back to us after about 8, 9 o'clock tonight. We'll wind up with mostly cloudy skies through the overnight, holding on to the clouds for Thursday morning, but no rain coming out of those clouds at all. In fact, they'll get out of the way by the afternoon. Here we are by 1:15, looking at mostly sunny skies, and we're not going to look back from this right on through the upcoming weekend. It's going to be very, very nice out there through the weekend as those temperatures will begin to warm up. Slight dip in the temperatures for Thursday at 68, but 72 on Good Friday, 76 on Saturday, Easter Sunday near 80 for your afternoon high temperature with partly sunny skies. Going to be nice. Crash, over to you.
All right, Chesley, appreciate that. Well, things are not looking good for our friends out in Conyers. This wreck blocking all lanes on I-20 westbound at West Avenue, and you see those delays stretching big time. If you're coming in from Covington through Conyers, Old Covington Highway, it's Highway 278. It's Covington Highway. It just changes names a few times. That is your viable alternate, and things just went from okay to real bad on the connector northbound right before I-20. This wreck blocking multiple center lanes, pushing you all the way back to 166. Look at that, about 30 minutes now, and a red alert from that south side split up to Brookwood. Let's give you a peek right there. There it is, and that message board says it all. Connector northbound, that wreck at Fulton Street right there at I-20. 2 center lanes are blocked. This is only going to get a whole lot worse, Aisha.
An appeals hearing happening later this morning for the 3 men convicted of murdering Ahmaud Arbery. This morning, Travis and Gregory McMichael and William Bryan have appeals heard by a federal court in Atlanta. The men were convicted of state murder charges and federal hate crime charges. Attorneys are asking the court today to throw out the crime convictions. If the court decides to overturn those convictions, the men will still stay in prison since they are serving life sentences for murder. A group of organizations and activists are holding a news conference in a rally calling on the court to uphold that initial jury verdict. Today, family and friends remember a 6-year-old who police say was beaten to death. They say Tobias Perkins Jr. was found unresponsive at a fire station a week ago. His mother's boyfriend is now facing charges in connection to his death. A vigil happening tonight at Willie Watkins Funeral Home at 7:15, and that funeral will be Friday. Right now, police in Oakwood are on the lookout for a woman accused of a series of crimes all across the state. Her partner already in custody this morning. Police say they were hitting up AT&T stores all across the region. The Oakwood location actually had an internal be on the lookout poster for these two. That's when the couple entered the store on Monday Mill Road. Employees recognized them and called police. They are still searching for the woman, Maria Atanesco. Officers believe they will tie the couple to even more crimes as this investigation continues.
6:58 now. Atlanta's interstates can be chaotic enough, but it was really scary for some riders caught in gunfire in broad daylight. Take a look at this video. A truck driver was riding on 285, had his dash cam rolling when 2 cars passed him on both sides. Moments later, shots fired from the car on the right. The truck driver tells us he was terrified. DeKalb police tell us they responded but didn't see anything once they got there. Georgia lawmakers getting close to the finish line. Tomorrow is Sine Die Day under the Gold Dome, and we have a look at one of the more controversial bills. One of them, House Bill 1104, restricts teaching sex education below the 6th grade, requires parental approval, plus it requires schools notify parents about books their kids check out. This bill also prevents transgender youth from using restrooms and playing sports that match their identity. We'll follow these decisions as they come in. Good morning, Chesley.
Fog this morning, Cheryl, but by noon we'll get the sunshine back in here. Temperatures right around 63 degrees, going up to 73 for an afternoon high. It's going to be nice out there. By 6 o'clock, temperatures back down into the 60s. We'll have increasing clouds as we head through the overnight.
All right, got 2 traffic alerts for you. I-20 westbound, the wreck at West Avenue in Conyers. Get to Old Covington Highway and the connector northbound. This wreck we're looking at right here before I-20. 2 center lanes are blocked, folks. That is a rough ride back at 166. I'll get you an update at 726.
While you were sleeping, someone from New Jersey cracked that big old Mega Millions jackpot of $1.13 billion. We also had 2 Georgians to win $1 million each. The jackpot is now back down to a little measly $20 million. What you gonna do with that?
Somebody can buy the whole Jersey Shore now.
Oh, yeah.
Take the whole
Little
thing.
renovation.
You can have it.
$20 million will get you a Krispy Kreme donut.
A couple.
With a McDonald's McGriddle.
Yes, please. Have a great day, everybody.